Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today we're here on the flooded Yellow River. There was a massive storm system that came through the southeast first week of May. And this caused a lot of damage in areas like Birmingham, Alabama, Vestavia. We had almost 8 inches of rain in one day, which exceeded the Nashville total back in March. But what happened is all this water came in, it caused a lot of damage. And everybody wants to know, what's gonna happen after I file a claim? What's going to happen to my insurance rates? Is my insurance going to go up? Is my insurance going to non-renew? So today we want to kind of talk a little bit about what to expect after filing a flood insurance claim after this flood event in Birmingham, Alabama. Let's talk about the private market first. These are carriers that are private flood insurance. They kind of make their own guidelines. In Alabama, all of them really are what's called surplus or not admitted, which means they don't have to follow the same state guidelines as admitted carriers do. Now, in this situation, many times when you do file a fairly large claim with a private carrier, more than likely you could expect your policy to be non-renewed. And the reason for this is that a lot of companies don't take on properties that have ever had a flood loss. Some of them don't allow properties that have had a flood loss in the last 5 years. Now, you might get lucky and your rate just significantly go up. Or maybe when you file the claim, your renewal's already gone out, and so maybe you're protected from another year. So these are some things that could happen on the private side. What about the National Flood Insurance Program side? Now, this area can be even more tricky. You see, the National Flood Insurance Program is not admitted or not admitted. It's administered by the federal government, which means the state really can't step in and help you much when it comes to maybe appealing a claim. But maybe this isn't your first claim with the National Flood Insurance Program. Maybe you've had a couple in the last 10 years. And that means your property could possibly move to the repetitive loss or severe repetitive loss list, which means you could be looking at significantly higher premiums and putting a mitigation plan together in order to keep flood insurance on this property. But is your policy going to be non-renewed by the National Flood Insurance Program after a claim? No. Now, what you could see is maybe rates going up if you've had a couple of claims and maybe you had a preferred risk policy and now you lose that preferred risk rating to a standard rating. We see this happen every day. So you could definitely see this happen. You could also be required to carry flood insurance long-term if you've had a claim on there or a disaster payment on there. So these are some things that could happen. So you want to be prepared when you file these claims, whether it's with the private market or with the National Flood Insurance Program, that you're prepared about what's going to happen long-term. So if you've got questions about how to address these claims, how to minimize the impacts, make sure to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risk like this right here. Your flood insurance and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.